Your card got charged twice. The bio someone spent an hour writing, gone. You deleted something, it came back. None of that is random. That's what happens when the developer uses the wrong HTTP method. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one to use and, more importantly, which one not to use when money is involved. So, let's go. Every HTTP request your browser makes starts with a single word. Get, post, put, patch, delete. That word, the method, tells the server not just what you want, but how you want to interact with it. Think of it like this. If a URL is the address, the method is what you do when you get there. Do you read what's there? That's get. Do you leave something new? That is post. Do you replace the whole thing? That is put. Do you tweak one small detail? That's patch. Do you burn it down? That is delete. 5 verbs, every action on the entire internet maps to one of them. Right. So now, meet the team. Get. Get is the chill one. You type a URL and hit enter. That is get. You scroll through Instagram. That is get, and get. Actually, literally hundreds of gets per scroll. One for the HTML, one for each image, one for every font, even CSS file, script. Get is working constantly in the background and you have never once thought about it. You have sent thousands today alone. What makes get special is it's safe and idempotent. Safe means it does not change anything on the server. Like a librarian, they find the book, hand it over. The book hasn't changed. The library hasn't changed. Just retrieved it. Idempotent means same result no matter how many times you call it. You know when you're waiting for an elevator and you press the button once and then again and then about 40 more times because somehow that feels like it's helping. It isn't helping. And this is the key thing, it's also not breaking anything. Same elevator, same floor, same outcome. That's idempotent. Get works the same way. Call it once or 50 times, same response. That's a feature, not a bug. One rule. Never put sensitive data in a get URL. The URL lives in your browser history, server logs, referral headers. Sensitive data in a URL is like writing your PIN on the outside of your wallet. Technically works, deeply not fine. Now, post. Post is the creator. You hit create account. That's post. You send a tweet at 1 a.m. that you will regret by morning. That is post again. You place an order online because you told yourself you would stop doing that. Guess what? That is post again. Every time something new gets added to the world, that is post. Unlike get, post puts its data in the request body, not the URL, which means it doesn't show up in your browser history, which means it's appropriate for passwords, card details, anything sensitive. The data is inside the envelope, not written on the front for everyone to read. Now, here's the thing about post that catches people, even experienced people out there. Post is not idempotent, which means if you send the exact same post twice, you get 2 things. 2 accounts, 2 orders, maybe 2 charges. This is why you see, don't refresh this page. Your payment may be proceed twice. That warning isn't the bank being dramatic. That's the browser translating post semantic into plain English for someone who's never heard of HTTP. It's saying if you do this again, it will create it again. Design accordingly or don't. And then write a very interesting postmortem at 3 a.m. explaining why 6 people got charged twice for their subscription. Your choice. Put. The confident one. Actually, the overconfident one. Put means replace this thing entirely with exactly what I'm sending you. Not add to it, not merge with it. Replace it completely with this right now. You send put with a user profile like name, email, age, location. Server replaces the existing record. Done. But here's where people get themselves into trouble. If you send a put request and forget to include a field, that field is gone. Not undefined, not unchanged, gone. Overwritten with nothing. Because put doesn't know what you intended. Put just does exactly what you told it. You told it to replace everything with those 4 fields. It replaced everything with those 4 fields. Put is idempotent, though which is its own genuinely nice quality. Send the same request 10 times and you get the same result. No duplicates. Just powerful, exact, unforgiving. Make sure you are sending everything. Patch. Patch is what most people actually wanted when they reached for put. Patch means only update what I'm specifying. Leave everything else exactly as it is. Let's see this example. In this example, we want only the email changes. Username, untouched. Age, untouched. Bio, untouched. The thing you spent an hour writing, still there. It's surgical. Instead for replacing the patient, you are fixing the one thing that's actually broken. A bit more civilized, honestly. Patch is also more efficient. You're only sending what changed. For a small profile update, that's fine, not a huge deal. But for a large document or high traffic, it adds up. Quick, honest note on idempotency. Patch is technically not guaranteed to be idempotent. If your patch increments a counter, 3 calls increment it 3 times. If your patch sets an email address, 3 calls set the same value 3 times. The behavior depends on what you are doing. In practice, most patch implementations are idempotent. But if you are building something with automatic retries, worth knowing. Now, delete. Listen, delete is one you treat with respect. You are removing something, and depending on how the system was built, that might be recoverable, or it might be completely, permanently, no going back. Delete is idempotent. Call it once, resource is gone. Call it 10 times, resource is still gone. Same outcome. Correct response, 204, no content. There is nothing to return because there is nothing there. In real systems, delete usually means one of 2 things. First, soft delete. The record isn't actually removed. It deleted at timestamp gets set. The data stays in the database, just filtered out of queries. Recoverable, auditable. Someone can undo it. This is the good kind. Second, hard delete. The record is gone. Completely. Permanently. No timestamp. No archive. This is the kind that appears in incident reports, written at 2 in the morning by engineers who are learning an important lesson about the value of soft delete. Most production systems default to soft delete. The one that don't, well, they get there eventually after an incident, which is what we in the industry call a very memorable learning experience. Okay, I have said idempotent enough times now that it's lost all meaning. Let me make it concrete. Networks fail. Not sometimes, constantly. Mobile connections drop. Requests time out. Servers get overloaded. Your client sends a request and gets no response back. Not an error, just silence. Should it retry? If the method is idempotent, yes, retry freely. Same result, no harm. But if the method is not idempotent, that depends on whether you want two of the thing. Post is the risky one. Retry post blindly, you might charge someone twice. Or create duplicate accounts. Or send 2 emails to someone who already confused by the first one. This is why payment systems use idempotency keys. You send a unique ID with your post request. If the server already proceeds that ID, it returns the original response, not a new charge. The same original response. No duplicate. No problem. One line of design thinking saves your customers from double charges and saves you from a very unpleasant Friday afternoon. Methods safe to retry freely are get, put, and delete. But methods that need care is post. And patch? Well, patch depends on what it does. Now you know why. Right. The cheat sheet. Screenshot this. Get. Get means read something. It's safe, potent. It's params in URL. Never put sensitive data. Post means create something, not idempotent. And its data, it's in its body, not in URL. And when you send a post request, its response should be to a 1. Put. Put means replace something entirely. And it's idempotent. And include every field when you change something, when you change your data. Otherwise, lose what you don't. Patch means update something specifically. And it's usually idempotent. And it sends only what changes. Delete. Delete removes something. It's idempotent. And its response is 204. And there is 2 types of delete, soft versus hard. Choose deliberately. That's 5 methods, the whole model. Use them correctly. Your API handles retries gracefully. And don't charge people twice. Use them incorrectly? Well, that's what postmortems are for. If this helped, like it. Share it with someone who sent a put when they meant a patch. You know who they are. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I am Mrs.Compile and I'll see you in the next one.